There is nothing that is as interesting as sport. If you ask me, it's not because I'm a sport presenter. It's not because I love sport, but then sport is one game that bring people together. It's one thing that actually unites a lot of people. Good morning and welcome to another wonderful edition of Sport Rush with MC Ramsey. And of course, we want to talk about things happening from the world of sports this morning. And we're beginning from the world of transfer. Come on, I don't know, but then I think Manchester United seems to be building a formidable force, not just Manchester United, but other clubs too. And joining me today on the conversation, all the way from the city of Lagos, I have a sport analyst who has been on, you may have seen him on different stations, okay? He's a sport analyst. He has been featured on several stations across the country and has even contributed to sporting activities outside the shores of Nigeria. All right, joining me on phone for the conversation today is Adams Ibrazano, all the way from Lagos State. Good morning, Adams.
Good morning, Ramsey. It's beautiful to be on your show. What a masterpiece you're doing there.
Thank you very much. So, how has it been? How is Lagos today?
Lagos is beautiful. It's been mild, a little bit chilly, and it's got to do with the weather, climate change, or what have you. But it's been beautiful, and also people are looking forward to the incoming season. That's the way I would describe it.
All right. Okay, talking about the incoming season, let's get to the EPL right now in England and talk a little bit about some clubs who are actually getting players to make their team formidable. And let's begin with Euro, of course, going to Manchester United. What would you have to say about that? Can you say that is a plus, or they need more, or maybe it's a misplaced priority? What would you have to say about that transfer?
Beautiful, beautiful. I look at the signings they've made, and you'll say, yes, Eric Ten Hag has learned his lesson. Last season, the first season was more of a fluke to a whole lot of people. He got a trophy. Even though he got a trophy last season, but he got his finger burnt, and so many uncherished records that Manchester United fans don't want to deal with. They got it last season, and now he's brought in a young defender from France, Euro, who is very, very optimistic, and he's done so much there with in the Ligue 1 in France, and talking about Zeki also, the guy from Bologna in Italy who had to qualify Bologna for the Champions League. More players are coming, and there is almost the deal concerning the league. The Dutch international defender who currently plays itself with Bayern Munich might also come, because the league played under him at Ajax, and at 19 he made the league the captain of Ajax. So many things, and he's trying to restructure the team to his own taste and the way he wants it to be. Remember, before the start of the season, Old Trafford legend Gullit and ruled by Nisroy and Samad and Rene has also been brought in to help the striker so that they'll plunder the net with reckless abandon, because last season was a season they want to forget.
Yeah, last season is a season they want to forget in a hurry. All right, moving away from there, let's talk about Victor Osimhen a little bit. Replacement for Victor Osimhen and Victor Osimhen's transfer. So many things surrounding the transfer of Victor Osimhen. What would you have to say about Victor Osimhen right now, generally, as far as his transfer is concerned, and of course, Napoli?
Everybody want to see, every Nigerian want to see him in the EPL, because the EPL is very popular in Nigeria. But if you ask me, going to Paris Saint-Germain, which is almost done and dusted, is beautiful. Replacing Kylian Mbappe. Remember, the board at PSG were never in love with Kylian Mbappe, because he refused to sign a new contract and he's joined his board, the club of his dream, Real Madrid, like you said. It's going to be a very good one for Osimhen. He's going to play in the Champions League. And remember, PSG are perennial League on champions, and his game is going to go up, and now he should have people who will give him more balls to score more goals. Who knows? Within 2 or 3 years, he could be in the EPL, and he's still a very young man. A lot has happened from the beginning. Antonio Conte never wanted him in the team because he's had his preference for Romelu Lukaku, whom they fought a whole lot of battles with International Milan, where after 11 years, hiatus, they won the Serie A together, and he want to work with somebody who is used to, and also his tactical philosophy. But Osimhen, he's still a good one. Ligue 1 is one of the 5 top major European leagues. So it's a beautiful one. I'm happy for him. I want to see what he's going to, because he was with Lille, got to Italy, learned a whole lot of tactical aspect of the game. Now he's back in France. I believe that he's going to plunder the net. He's going to do better than he even did in the last season for Napoli.
All right, Ibrazano, let me ask you this question now. I'm a little bit going to put you on a hot seat. Which club is the best club in England before we come back to Nigeria?
The best club in England is Arsenal, trophy aside. Because if you look at it, they've got a tradition and they've got a way of play. Arsenal is just playing football, about the personality, the people, and also what they do. Look at the philosophy and what the Professor Arsene Wenger imparted in them. Now look at 2011, 5 players were signed on deadline day. One of them was Mikel Arteta. Today he's the manager. They have a way of growing talent and coaches.
Okay, let me just hold your thought there for a minute. You say Arsenal is the best club in England, but then you know their performance has been very, very abysmal. You can remember how someone said a guest that I had on my show has said they are always escorting people to the finals, but they never ever got there. But their performance recently has been very, very poor, according to what fans have said. Even some Arsenal fans are also angry with Arsenal. Can we still say they are the best team in England?
Yes, that's why I say trophy aside, they are the best.
How would you put trophy aside? How would you put trophy aside?
Yes, the trophy will come in. Look at the EPL has never been this close. Prior to this, 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago, Manchester City would have got taken the trophy and kept it in the bag to the final season. But Arsenal it all went down to the wires. And look at how the young players are growing. And 1 or 2 experienced players will come in and help them, who got the mentality of a winner 1 or 2 places. But stability, you also know it. The type of funds available for Pep Guardiola and other coaches, Arsenal don't play like that. Not until recently, where Mikel Arteta started spending money. But beautiful football, I know you love it. Even the opposing side, they will tell you that the type of football that Arsenal plays is out of this world.
Okay, all right, it's okay. It's okay. Because I know a lot of people will argue this out with you that Arsenal cannot be the best club in England. They will argue it, but then I think everybody have their opinion. So you can just get on the channel and drop your comment for us. If you are a Manchester United fan, as a Chelsea fan, maybe you are a Real Madrid, Barcelona fan, which any club at all it is that you are supporting, just tell us if they are the best. But then Ibrazano said Arsenal is the best club, okay, in England. What about you? Are you saying no? If you are saying no, let us know. All right, let's move away from there. Someone made a statement about Chelsea, and I want you to confirm that Chelsea is buying every Dick and Harry they see on the street. Is that true?
No, there is a vision for the future, but just like the way Todd Bowley, one of the co-owners, is going about it is different from the type of philosophy Emmanuel ran for Roman Abramovich. Some of these young talents most times are being built for the future, but you also remember that you are in the present. So the first mistake he made was discarding some of the old guys to Saudi Arabia here and there. And when push came to shove, I need to use that past tense, the younger players couldn't fathom out what to do. They had Thiago Silva to thank for so many things last year. Now he's gone back to Brazil. Now they're going to really prioritize what they want. They are playing in the Conference League, which is a tortuous league. So many of these young players are going to learn it, get their belts, matches, go with their minutes in those games. But the EPL is getting tougher.
All right.
Chelsea is a global brand.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank
Yeah.
you. Let's come back home to Nigeria. We have just a few minutes more left on the show. Let's talk about things happening in Nigeria right now. As Nigeria has been ranked, the Super Eagles drop in the FIFA ranking that was released, of course, yesterday from 38 to 39. What would you have to say about that? Is that deserving, or you feel, well, it's a demotion and it's not really worth it? Or you can say the Super Eagles are doing well?
The Super Eagles are not doing well because if you look at our World Cup qualifying group, countries that we used to call minnows, they are now standing squaring it up with us. The likes of Benin, Rwanda, and Lesotho, for crying out loud. Super Eagles are not doing, and they change of batting from Joseph Pesero to Finidi George. So many things, people don't know a lot of things happen behind the scene. What we need to do now, with the rating, very poor rating, what we need now is to galvanize all our energy. We had that issue before in 2001 when certain John Bonfere, of course, collapsed Super Eagles and Liberia was on the verge of qualifying. Shaibu Amadu came and galvanized the team. All you need to do is bring in some of the hungry home-based players blended with the foreign ones who are hungry and go on a 4-5 match winning spree, and the rest will be history.
Okay, talking about that, let's just look at you just talked about the World Cup qualifier right now. You could remember that after the departure of Finidi George, the Super Eagles are coachless as we speak.
Yes.
And of course, Pinnick is talking up a preference for a foreign coach, meaning the job was given to Finidi George and so many water went under the bridge and he has retired back to coach a club in the Nigeria Professional Football League as it is right now. What are you saying? Do we need a foreign coach or we need a home-based coach? And how far do you see the Super Eagles going with the remaining of their matches against some countries to make them qualify for the World Cup?
We need a local coach. The problem with the likes of Pinnick is the fact that they caused some of these problems, because if you remember, they were sacking General that time that he wasn't too good, but Joseph Pesero, who came in, was almost a disaster until the Nations Cup. The 2 matches in the World Cup qualifiers, he was in the on the hem of affair. 2 matches, we were just playing too poorly, and if not for a public outcry, we wouldn't have replaced Usoho with a guy in South Africa. As it is right now, calling for foreign managers, you see this kind of color blind. It's everywhere. Our coaches are very good for encouragement.
You are referring to foreign coaches as color blindness.
Yes, color blindness. Color blindness. They support they gave Joseph Pesero. They never gave it to Finidi.
So you are trying to say, Adams, you are trying to say the moment they see the color, as soon as you are white, they feel you can do better than the black.
They just shiver. Maybe even in their liver, they start cold in them that they can't even really come out. Now look at what kind of support did they give Finidi when Victor Osimhen came out and all those altercations? It would have been different under Joseph. A lot of things happened under Joseph Pesero. I had a friend who was in the camp in Cote d'Ivoire, but they couldn't come out because of that color thing. Now, if an Amadou Pinnick who understands the system, so it's all back to interest and convenience on the part of Amadou and Co.
All right. Thank you very much, Adams, for adding your voice to the conversation today.
It's a pleasure. Keep up the good work you're doing. I'm so happy I'm on your show today because I've been angling to be on your show. You're doing a massive work.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Adams Brazano, all the way from Lagos State. A sports analyst, both the national and international, has been featured on so many platforms, and we are opportune to have him today. Thank you very much, and we hope to have you again some other time.
It's always my pleasure.
All right, have a beautiful day. All right, this is the size of the Sport Rush for today, the Friday edition. And of course, we've talked extensively, we've spoken extensively about the transfer window, Manchester United. But then he said Arsenal is the best team in England. Are you of the same school of thought? If you are not, let us know. Which club rules England? All right. Manchester United getting Euro, Zigze, and the rest of them trying to make their club a formidable one. It's also recommending and it's commendable, I beg your pardon. And of course, let's also keep our fingers crossed and see what will happen to the Super Eagles. Will they get a new coach? Is it going to be a foreign coach? Is it going to be a home-based coach? Whoever comes into the square, let's see if the person is going to be befitting. He said it's not all about color blindness, getting foreign coach all the time to the detriment of home-based coaches. The black guys is as a result of color blindness, according to Ibrazano, who is the guest on my show today. I'll come on your way again, and that's going to be on Monday when we bring you to speed with other things happening. Latest informations you can only get on Sport Rush with MC Ramsey. Bye bye and have a wonderful weekend.